and welcome. It's Peg. This is a video today about tags. Yeah, we're doing the no, what is it? Not ATC. We're doing the altered tag for the month of August. And these are the prompts. And I'm going to try to do this in real time because I don't want to have to do a bunch of editing and things. But, you know, sometimes you guys, if you just want to speed things up, there are buttons down below in the right by the description box, and you can speed it up if you want to. However, I thought for those that are newbies that are just coming on board with us, I should probably slow this down and give you some ideas about what you can do. So the first thing in this Altered Tag Challenge is canvas. And I had some raw canvas, wherever it is. Here we go. Got so much stuff out on my desk already. I had some raw canvas. Sure I did. Sure you did, Peg. Oh yeah. I had raw canvas like this. That's now treated on the back side with gesso. And then I had stamped an image like this. I'll get some ink. So I just inked up this is a Fred B. Mullet fish stamp. And I just inked it up and I stamped that onto. Now you notice I'm going upside down because I want to make sure I get good contact with that rubber. And, because this is a real bumpy surface. And sometimes when you're trying to stamp on something that's this textured, you don't get a really crisp image. Okay, so there's a fish, right? There is a fish. I can cut this out. And that's what I did is I cut it out and I colorized it just like this. All right. And then I'm going to take a Sharpie marker and I'm going to go right around the edge of this to deepen that, because now you've got those frayed white edges and I don't want that. I want to deepen this. So that's what I'll do is I'll go all the way around the edge and I'll try to remember to speed this part up because you guys don't need to watch me doing this kind of stuff in slow motion. And this is from Zebra. It's a brush tip pen, and so I can just, go in here and add where the fin's supposed to be and darken that up because I want it to look more like my fishy, right? So I'm going to darken that up. I'm also going to put a fin. Let's see. This fish has a fin right back here. So I need to add that fin back into my fish. And then of course there are scales and things down here that could be darkened up too, but I can come back and do that later. All right, so there's our fish. And the reason I'm doing a fish, well, if you look down the list of prompts, it's canvas, dip, fish, and staple. Okay, so I have a tag. You saw me doing these the other day. We were gel printing live on Art Joy Sharing. Chelsea and I do a show each Thursday, 10:30 Central Daylight Time. And I was making tags, or I was gel printing. So there's a gel printed background. And I cut it out and I put it on a manila tag because this is an altered tag challenge, right? That's why I'm working on a tag today. I also have more of this canvas, and the prompt says dip. Okay, so what do I need to do for that? Well, I need to get a surface so that I can actually dip. And I need some paint. Let me get some paint. So this is just some carbon black DecoArt media paint. Going to put that out here on the edge on my plate, and I'm just going to take my tag, and I'm going to dip the edge of my tag into that black paint. All right, so this is a dip technique, right? Dip, dip, dip. And now I need to set that aside because that's more of that canvas that's got a lot of wet paint on it. And I need to let that dry. So I'll try to put that up here where I don't get my fingers stuck in it. And I'll keep going. All right, so that was dip. Now comes the fish. Well, in order to put the fish on there, I'm going to have to let that other piece dry for a bit. So we'll be back. All right, so while I was waiting for that to dry, I made a few other executive decisions here. I decided that this piece needed some more texture on it, so I grabbed this circular stamp. It's a Stampin' Up! Stamp from 2007, and yeah, I don't even know where I got it from. Probably one of those stamp sales that I go to. And what else do I have here? Let's see what this looks like. Looks like a little daisy type thing. Just a few of those around. All right, so I added that to the tag. Oh, and I added one other thing, which I'm going to add some more of. Let me clean off my stand. And the other thing I want to add is some Media Shimmer Mist spray from DecoArt. I added a little bit on here and a little bit on the fish. It kind of ties things together. I also have a piece of black text weight paper, and I'm going to make a belly band out of this. So I want to just spritz this lightly, and I don't want it to go everywhere, so I'm going to hold it over my trash can. And I just did a light spritz. Of course, I got me. Can't do it without getting me, because it gives that same golden green gold effect that we're looking for. Okay, so coming back to our tag, I've got this now. Let's see where we are with our prompts. Probably need to glue that. So I'm just going to grab some tacky glue, put a little bit on the paper, and a little bit on the back side. Here. And here. Get our band going around this piece. And then this is going to get incorporated here. But I want to add something. I have these cool old photographs. These are out of my photo album. And I found one. Where'd it go? I found one that was my grandmother and my brother soaking wet because he just came out of the lake, right? And so I don't have very many of these decorative scissors left because there were very few that worked very well for me. But I like this one because it gives a decal edge, just like those old-fashioned photos. So I thought I would just cut this out. And this is just printed off on some manila-colored cardstock. You know, kind of like an aged photo. Because I want it to look its age. Yeah, my brother's older than I am. Oh boy. So yeah, we've got the decal edge on there. Yeah. All right. Got the decal edge. And so this is going to be incorporated in here. And then I also had stamped out some words. If you guys haven't used these types of stamps before, they can be a little bit tricky. So like when you're going to ink this up, you see it isn't even centered. The rubber isn't even centered. But let me show you how this works. And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's just giving the illusion, right? So when you stamp this stamp, you see how all of this black comes right around the edge. You can take a rag or your finger or something and just clean the edge off before you go to stamp it. And then when you stamp, you don't get all of that shadowing around there. And then what I like to do is once I've stamped these out, is to take my marker and just add to it so it doesn't look so much like a stamped image. I just take a marker and come down here. I'm trying to see if you guys can see this. Come down here. You guys see where I've put the marker lines on top of this? Just accentuating these letters with a marker makes a big difference. Okay, so we're going to go with the, and the is flow. So I've got this. I think I need to edge that also because I like edges on things. So I'm just going to hit the edge of the cardstock with my black ink. And looking at the prompts, oops, looking at the prompts, we have canvas, dip, fish, we have that. Now the next thing is staple. So I'm going to get my staple gun and I'm just going to staple this canvas and this picture down with a few staples. Oh, we're out of staples. Okay, so that's all the staples it's going to get. And this one has got to come out because it's going to poke me. All right, so I got a few staples. I'm actually going to squirt a little bit of glue underneath there just to make sure that this stuff stays down. Just like that. And oh, I was going to put some of this cording. Grab a little bit of this. This is just some twine I've got around here. And I'm going to double or triple it, quadruple it, I don't know. Make it thicker and then stick it through this tag to give it some texture. Tighten that up. And I think I'm going to cut that off. Just like that. And then we will mount with some mounting squares, I think. I'll grab those. Or go with the let's see if I can get this in the right spot. So we're going to go with the, and then I've got letters over here. FL. Where's my L? There's an L and a W. Flow. And let's see how we can do this. F. This one I might actually end up popping up a little bit, so it can come up over the other one. So I'll just put some, this is just foam tape from the dollar store. Sorry. My voice is a little bit croaky this morning. I was listening to the owls hooting out there last night. F. L. O. 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 And W. FLOW is flow. We have flow going on our tag. Okay. And we need our fish. We need our fish. So let me just get some, let me put some tacky glue. That's kind of tough. Let me do this one. Put some of this on here. This is two-way glue. And then a little bit of this. Hot glue. And we'll stick her down. And there is our tag. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you come and join us on Pick Stick Challenge. This is a monthly Facebook challenge group. We do 4 different challenges each month. So check it out. Check out my friend Shell, because she will have a tag for you also this month. And that's it from me. So remember to be kind, love one another, and bye for now.